Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You tune into another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, my guy?
Can't call it, man. Another day in the lab. Listen, we went over some shit in pre-production. Very excited for what's to come. But you said some shit that got me like, yo. I think this episode. I think it's some shit about to go down. So listen, my ears is perked. I'm ready. I'm ready because I think this one might stir some shit up. So I'm excited, man. But how you feeling, man? Everything good with you?
Man, I'm feeling good, feeling great, bro. I cannot complain. Man, I'm super excited. Like I told y'all, man, in the coming soon, this is gonna be a great episode. And be honest with you, this might be our best one yet. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow,
hey,
we got some heaters. I'm just saying, we got some heaters. So.
As far as the people go, this might be our best one. This might be our worst one. Either we gonna gain like some 19 to 20-year-old fans, or like the 40 to 50-year-old fans is gonna kill us. So either way, mainly the women. So either way, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let's jump into it, man.
Let's do it, man. Today we covering the movie Enemy of State, man. It came out in 1999. It stars Will Smith.
98. It was 98.
Sorry, 1998. My apologies. Will Smith, Gene Hackman, John Voight, Lisa Bonet, Regina King, Stuart Wilson, Lauren Dean, Barry Pepper, Jake Busey, shout out to him, Scott Kahn, shout out to him, Jason Lee, shout out to him, Gabriel Byrne. I mean, pretty much this was an all-star cast before the all-star cast.
Tell you, Jack Black and Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, Jamie Kennedy. Who at this point who wasn't in this movie?
That's what I'm saying, man.
But basically, this is a movie about a guy who ends up running into an old friend from college, and he had no idea that his friend was being chased down by the NSA. And in the midst of being chased down by the NSA, he drops a item in his bags as he's out shopping. His friend or the guy ends up getting hit by a bus.
No, it's a fire truck.
Guy ends up getting hit by a fire truck. In the midst of getting hit by the fire truck, he ends up the NSA agents end up finding his name was Robert Dean. They find his card, they search everything about him on the internet and look through all his files and everything else, and then they come to his house. Because they can't arrest him because he's a lawyer, they then pretty much do what the government does. They create a smear campaign to pretty much ruin this man's life. I'm talking about in and out, upside down, and all about. And then he has to meet with somebody who he's been working with but never met before, in a man named Brill. They end up working together to turn everything around, and at the end, everybody ended up okay. And the bad guys all took the L. So now that the synopsis is out the way, let's get into it, man. First and foremost, I want to talk about this because as a man who's been married before, right? If you're going to buy your wife lingerie, right? Usually you'd go to like Victoria's Secret or maybe Macy's, you know what I'm saying? JCPenney, something like that. Why the fuck is he in the sex shop buying his wife lingerie? And what the fuck kind of lingerie store was that?
Dude, I have no idea. and like that was a weird ass the sex shop type of thing that he went into. I don't know why he bypassed the mall. Like I don't understand. I really don't. But like to go in there and then you know when you say some shit and you insult somebody and you don't realize it and then you gotta like backpedal.
Oh yeah,
Like
when you talking titties.
yeah, she was like, "What's her cup size?" He was like, "Excuse me," and then she like pointed at her breast. Oh, hers way bigger than yours. like, I was like, God damn. But yeah, that was terrible. But I never bought my ex-wife lingerie. Like
Mhm.
she had some, but it was some shit that she already had. But I never fucking
Yeah,
bought
I
any.
never bought it for her. She bought it on her own.
Yeah, so like that I don't but even with that though, like I don't think that cause see, I'm observant. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm living with a girl, like yeah, I check out some sizes. I know what I'm doing when I'm going in there. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker was completely clueless. And I know it was for the script for him to be clueless like that. But it just like, I mean, how long you been married to this woman, my guy? Like you don't know her cup size. You don't know her draw size. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Don't know nothing. Um, so I'm not a lingerie guy. So
I'm not even.
yeah, I
Just take
prefer the
everything
t-shirt.
off.
That too. But if you're gonna have to put the t-shirt and panties on with some little socks, we in there.
That's
You
what
know,
I'm
I
saying.
like the
Like
hood
with the
lingerie.
nipples poking through the shirt.
Absolutely. Hood lingerie for sure. Or just throw on one of my wife beaters and just put some socks on, no panties on. Perfection.
Yes.
Perfection.
I don't need
Uh,
all. I do not need all that shit, man.
yeah, that's the quicker I can get there, the better. You know what I'm saying? The less shit I
Man, who
like.
you telling?
Yeah, I will say this. For the women who say, "Well, you guys just don't understand. You guys don't want to be teased or anything." How about this? How about I give you a gift for Christmas, right? And then I wrap it up, right? And then when you unwrap it, it's another wrapped up present in there. It's still wrapped up, and then you unwrap it again, and it's still wrapped up. And then you unwrap it again, and then it's still wrapped up. You'd be pissed off, right? That's how we feel when you guys put on clothes. So before sex, let me say that because that didn't sound right initially. But anyway, so that was already that was already weird. And then this is the thing that we got to get off of we got to get off of Robert because we have to go to um what is Thomas Reynolds
Mm-hmm.
and him killing off the congressman with his NSA team.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I don't understand. I don't understand the death. I don't understand what they were trying to set up. I don't get none of that shit because none of it made sense. First and foremost, they tried to talk my man into it. He wouldn't go. All right, cool. I get it. Ran up on my man with the needle, stuck him with the needle, sat him in the car. First thing, trash ass dog because the dog didn't do nothing but bark. Didn't attack. Get that dog the fuck out of here. Whatever kind of dog that was, I wouldn't buy it. Second, he laid my man down on the seat. Then proceeds to spread pills out on the floor. For what? Why? What was the purpose of that? And the reason I'm asking what was the purpose of that was because he didn't turn the car on, put it in reverse or drive or neutral, whatever the fuck he did, and they pushed it into the pond, which would eliminate the
The
pills.
pills.
And the bottle. Hold on. And the bottle because the windows was down. So pretty much all it looked like was my nigga had a heart attack or something or whatever the case. I just don't understand what the setup was with the death. I don't get that. That's where I'm lost at. What were they trying to make it look like? I was confused. I didn't get it.
Well, I think their intentions was to be like he overdosed on some pills. But the very first thing I thought about was like pills, water, floor. All them pills are gonna fucking dissolve in the water when it's in the lake. Like,
And the
just leave the shit in the bottle. Just
bottle's gonna float off, bro. Like
put the bottle in his pocket. Like,
come,
it would.
how,
Yeah, I think that.
in the NSA, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
See, I think they were just overthinking that shit, man. Like completely overthinking it. Like we could dump the pills and make it seem like he was, and it's just like, yo, like y'all see, that's when you got people in the room that trying to do too much. So yeah, that was way extra. And it was like I don't exactly remember what they asked for him to do. And my man was like, he was persistent. He was like, yo, I've already told you I ain't got time for you. He was like, all I need is 5 minutes. Yo, I told you I don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to walk my dog. Like, my man he was not feeling them at all. But yeah, that was, when we say shit like overkill, they're like that was overwritten. It was completely overwritten to sit there and try to dump the pills out and all that type stuff. But, and I'm assuming what they stuck him in the neck with was probably the same shit that was in the pills, I would imagine. So he could have like the same shit in the system.
What difference did it make? Whatever they found in the system was going to be found in the system. The pills was just overkill.
Yeah, they did not do that smart. But to think that a dude who liked to watch geese catch the whole murder on tape. What are the odds?
No. So shout out to Jason Lee. If you guys don't know who Jason Lee is, Jason Lee is the guy who played in My Name is Earl. But he's playing Daniel Zavitz. Horrible last name. Daniel Zavitz in this movie. So this is my thing. You see a whole bunch of police gathered around, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see them scattered around the area, looking for clues. They pull a car out the pond, all that other shit. Why the fuck would you go get your camera in the middle of that?
Switch the tape and everything.
Instead of just waiting, because ain't no telling what you're going to catch. Ain't no telling what you're going to see. You go and get the camera, switch the tapes. Guess who sees you? The fucking NSA guys. Come on, man.
You wanna know what that was?
Stupid.
That was doing too much in the writing room, man. I'm sorry.
Abs overkill, bro.
That's way too much. Ain't nobody who, no matter if you pull up anywhere and you see a whole bunch of cops, ambulances, fire truck, all this type shit, yo, I'm busting the Huey. I get this shit later when all this shit clears out.
In the car, at least wait.
And then he does it all nonchalant, like it ain't a big deal. Like, dude, there's a whole fucking camera pointed at what looks, you could still assume that it's a crime scene. Absolutely. Don't you think they're gonna ask for that fucking footage when they see you take a tape?
Nobody's seen him grab the shit.
Man, my dude is in a Ford Bronco. That shit is loud as fuck. They heard this dude.
Well, and he's in the Ford Bronco. So around this time, Ford Broncos ain't the car that.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't. You know what I'm saying? After 1994, you know what I'm saying? They discontinued the Bronco and just brought that bitch back. No, new Broncos is hard too. I want one of them. Yeah, but yeah, that was stupidity, and I just felt like. Now, don't get me wrong. I've never written a movie before, and I don't know if I can or can't. But come on,
if they wrote that, you definitely can write a movie, brother.
That was the same shit with the pills. It's like, what are y'all doing?
It was a lot of unnecessary shit in the beginning of the movie, and towards the middle they kind of cleaned it up, but towards the end, it's some more unnecessary shit.
Okay, we'll get there, but like, yeah, definitely, man. I was thinking that too. I was like, yo, that is a dumb ass move to go and switch the tapes like nonchalant, like it's not a big deal that this
Right.
fucking camera's pointing straight at a damn. Anybody would assume that this is a crime scene,
Absolutely.
and you just take the tape out like it ain't no big deal. So that was
Well,
just stupid.
because of who it is, right? You would think it would be like on some like literal taped off type shit. FBI out there, local police is out there, state FBI is out there. Like everybody is out there because of this guy was a congressman, or no, was he a congressman or a senator?
He was one of the two. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah,
Somebody of importance.
absolutely. He was definitely in the political office. So he was either a congressman or a senator. So between them, not only that, you're in DC. Come on, man. Like, like what's going on? Seriously. Everything you do in DC is a felony. Cause I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Everything you do in DC is a felony because all the agencies are literally there. So if you fucking do anything as far as like drugs or any of that shit, that's federal time in DC. Anything you do in DC is federal time. That shit is not local, state, like prison or no. You going to the feds. And if I'm wrong, somebody try to correct me. I promise you, everything in DC is fed time. So him going and getting that camera, that's an obstruction of justice. Fed time. Get out of there. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that was not smart, and I don't think it was written well. They could have done a scene where it was just like, you know what I'm saying, the shit's starting to die down. Maybe the NSA is just out there, just making sure everything that they, everything is cleaned up, and then they just see this dude pull up at nighttime to go switch this tape. Like they could have done that differently. Like that was just that was unnecessary.
Can we talk
So
about one more thing? No, I'm
what's
sorry.
up?
Before we move on, can we talk about one more thing? The NSA, the intro to the movie, right?
Mhm.
That shit was hella clip art in early CGI graphics and green screen and all that shit. Do we really think that around that time the NSA could literally watch you from satellites with those phones that they had in that movie?
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Let's do it.
Was the technology in this movie, because this is 98, so this is basically 97, and it's just like with the technology being what it is, yeah, the phones at this time, yeah, they are trash. I mean, they get the job done, but with the technology that the government have at this time, I mean, this was really some Eric Snowden shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And then like Dean's wife, which is you know what I'm saying, is it Carla? So Carla, she's already on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Where she's like, they tapping our phones and they're watching us and blase blase. And he's like, yeah, man, you need to stop with that conspiracy shit. But she ended up being right. But like, I think that with the technology that they had back then, I think that they could have. I think that's when shit really started to, you know what I'm saying, really ramp up to where they able to get these satellites to fucking watch some shit.
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. First off, 98, right? We talking about 98?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 98. We 2 years away from the quote unquote invention of the internet. Do you think by any means that the NSA was able to literally watch people from satellites? Like think about this. The invention of FaceTime, right? Let me look this up real quick. So FaceTime just in itself. FaceTime was invented in 2010. We were able to literally FaceTime each other in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before that, we had things like Skype and Uvo and all that shit, right? But that was like maybe, I don't know, 2006, 2005, around them time. Maybe, let's say 2003. You think in 1998 that the government was able to put a satellite in space and literally see everything from the satellite? Not even the government, because it really wasn't the government. It was just two dudes in the van at this point, Jack Black and Jamie Kennedy, and they was
remember Jack Black was originally in like the not call center, but whatever the fucking place they was in. Like he was actually in the place where they needed clearance to get into certain places and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I do believe they had some shit that we wasn't necessarily aware about. Because, like, at the same time, we were, if I'm not mistaken, we were able to get things like we could get like a map to like fucking give us like one of those like pictures of like, well, hold on, wait a minute, 98.
And the screens that was using had PlayStation 1 graphics, bro.
It did. It did.
I'm not riding with that. They didn't know. There was no way they had that technology in 1998.
If okay, it's sketchy. I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Another bad right.
I don't know, man. I would have to, because I'm sitting here trying to think about other movies that were out during those times and like where it had technology involved in it.
When did Eagle Eye come out?
Oh shit, that's later. Eagle Eye came out like 09 or some shit.
That's what I'm okay. So the shit that we seen in Eagle Eye, right? That was before the invention of before the invention of FaceTime, but around the time of like Uvu, Skype, and all that shit. So if all that shit was possible in Eagle Eye with the shit that they was doing in that movie, this is only like half a step up. Eagle Eye is only like half a step up from Enemy of the State at this point.
It is, and it's that is a great example because I mean it's really a similar type of movie. Like they're in the same conversation, but honestly, like I'm not sure. I will go as far as like not sure because like when I'm thinking about, because shit, in '98 I was in fucking middle school, so you know what I mean.
So, but what kind of computer did y'all have in middle school? Think about that.
Shit, a goddamn, it had to be a fucking Dell about this bitch with the big ass screen and shit. But like, I mean, dude, honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Like, as far as like, if it's able to actually zoom in and see a motherfucker running on the roof, maybe not that.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Maybe not that.
Well, and I know now, like it's because it's probably like remastered and redone and shit. So the graphics look like super good when you watching it. You know what I'm saying now. But like when this shit came out, there was no way that anybody really believed that the government was able to do all of this shit that they was doing. Because that's why I pointed out the intro to the movie. Like the intro to the movie, the green crossbar with the square in it, and it was like scanning around and shit. And I'm like, come on, fam. I mean, now if it's on some like thermo type shit where they scanning thermo scans and all that shit, maybe. But like the shit that they was doing on there is some shit that we was doing technically in like 2015.
I disagree with the one point because because in 99 with 98, we didn't have computers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers really just watching the news and movies and shit. Like we wasn't as informed.
We still have fatback computers, and we weren't even able to download porn in
Like that's
'98.
what I'm saying. So yeah, I think in '98, yeah, maybe what it is that maybe that this is just one of those movies that don't age well. Because probably in '98, I think motherfuckers really did believe like, oh shit, like and I think that's when people really start having a whole concept of like, maybe the government is watching us. Maybe they are listening to what we fucking saying on the phone and all types of little shit like that. But
that's another thing, because like even with the bugs that they was putting on Robert, bro, them motherfuckers was the size of like John Kennedy 50-cent pieces. Like, bruh.
Man, that shit was like the size of a quarter, man.
Man, hey, did you? Okay, go. You need to go back and rewatch big ass fucking transmitters, bro. Them shits was like cut out circuit boards. Like, come on, bro. There's no way that shit was hard to find. I mean, well, I take it back, because in '98 it was definitely hard to find. But I'm just saying, like if you seen that shit now, you'll be like, man, this nigga is a private eye at this point. Because what kind of old ass technology is that? Like, that shit look horrible.
No, the all time when my man threw his he threw not the pants, because this was before the pants. He had threw I think he took the thing out of the shoe and he threw it down. It was like, oh, I think he might have jumped off the roof. Man, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here, man.
His phone, he had a fatback Nokia, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
What? That nigga still had the big ass lithium battery that lasts you for fucking 12 weeks without charging it. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Like, yo, we gotta talk about this. How did the battery? They got smaller, but they got worse. Like,
because they got smaller.
I'm telling you, but like them batteries, man.
Them big ass Nokia batteries,
dude.
them motherfuckers lasted weeks. You never had to charge your phone this much, bro.
Yo, when my mama had the Motorola flip down joint, I don't never remember her charging that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, you could literally play Snake for 2 weeks straight, and your battery would get on 1 bar. Literally, I'm talking about from night to day, every day, night to day. I'm talking about just constantly playing that shit 2 weeks straight, 14 days. Your battery would finally get on 1 bar on that 15th day, and then you would have to charge it again. That's how strong them fucking lithium batteries was, man. Like, what are we talking about, bro? So you mean to tell me that these niggas had that type of technology in 1998? And maybe so, because I will give them credit. Maybe so, because they was definitely calling back and forth. They was doing long distance calls in the military in like the 60s and 70s and shit. So that's possible. What I'm saying is there was no way though. Like the way that they was showing the shit on the screen, these niggas, like I said, they had PlayStation 1 graphics on the computer screen. And they was following this nigga through the hotel on where he was going. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was funny. When he was running down the steps and there's like this red bar.
Yeah. You just so happen to have the schematics of the hotel that he in. Like, nah, bro. That's cap. We still driving around today trying to map out just to make sure shit is right for GPS. So I know good and goddamn well, bro, you ain't got the schematics for that fucking hotel to tell what fucking floor he was on in 1998.
Yo, that is hilarious, man.
That's what. Remember when the Macs came out, the fatback Mac with the color.
Yeah, with the different colors. Yeah,
nigga, that was like 2000. So I know for sure. Come on, man. Windows ain't that good, bro. Bill Gates is cool, but he ain't all that.
Man, look, maybe they hyped it up a little bit for the movies because there are things that are in movies where it's just like, okay, like this type of shit does not exist for us yet. Right. That's just like the Jetsons. Like these motherfuckers had FaceTime on the Jetsons. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't figure this shit out until, like you said, 2010. So But like you said, there was different ways of FaceTiming people, on the computer and shit. But like,
but this is what I'm saying. The Jetsons came out like the 60s, maybe 70s, if that, right?
I mean, yeah, it was some futuristic shit.
Yeah, they was in that time. Imagine this. In the 60s and 70s, they were showing people watching each other on TV screens and computer screens. We literally just got that shit in the 2000s. We ain't even got the flying cars yet, like the Jetsons said. So I know for a fact, like, come on, man. You mean tell me from 98 to now, they already had, nah, I'm not believing that.
I mean, I hear what you say. Like I say, I'm in the middle about it. That I think it's possible. The only thing that I think that could be far-fetched is the fact of like them being able to zoom in and watch motherfuckers jumping from roof to roof and all types of shit like that.
The picture was clear. Even the technology that they had to see if Daniel dropped the game in the bag or not. This nigga still had a Game Boy, basically.
Yeah, with a broke screen.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Ain't no Game Boy doing all that.
Well, the Game Boy never worked. He just put the thing in the Game Boy because he thought that nobody would check it because he put that file in there.
And it wasn't even a real Game Boy. That shit was on a floppy disk, bro. Come on, man. I'm not believing that.
Yeah, but I mean, to just think like, so let's get it because I know what you want to get into, but like before we get there though,
we can do that last. We can definitely do that
but just to be out trying to buy your wife some lingerie and some shit, run into an old college buddy. He's frantic, and you know what I'm saying, just takes off. You watch him get hit by a fucking bus. I mean, by a fire truck and all this type shit, and then you get a visit.
Doing on the highway, by the way.
What doing on the highway?
Fire truck doing on the highway.
Man, shit, fire, man. Yo, they drive them bitches around like regular vehicles, my guy. Like they go pick up food. Like,
well, yeah, because they could beat the light. I respect that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, that's genius.
I mean, I'm just saying because I be on the road a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a driver and shit. So like they just drive them motherfuckers around like just regular and go do shit. So
another thing, them niggas is keeping up with him on that fucking 10-speed, bro. That nigga got weak legs. I'm sorry. Trash, bro. Let me tell you something. I've beaten niggas on a BMX. So for this nigga not to be able to do it on the 10-speed is ridiculous. What?
Yeah, that's fucking funny. You stupid as fuck.
Crazy, bro.
But like, so these dudes show up at your house, asking you questions and shit.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, your whole fucking life is turned the fuck upside down. Like over some shit that you don't even know you even got. You know what I mean?
No, wait. Before that though, the fake police show up at your door. They ask you all these questions about Daniel and everything else. You tell them, nigga, you don't know nothing. He was honest with it. He didn't know nothing. He had no idea. Only to then find out, nigga, that you really supposedly had this shit. And all of a sudden, it's a whole smear campaign on your life. Your wife is sick of you because you was messing with fucking Rachel Banks. And shout out to Rachel Banks, Lisa Bonet. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is very true. But who in their right mind? You dated this girl in college. So obviously you smashing her in college.
For sure.
Y'all break up. You get married. But she's your like CI. And you keeping it from your wife?
Oh no.
That you going to go meet this bitch like every day?
He also had an affair with her.
I also had an affair with her 4 years earlier. But you still gonna Is it no, don't get me wrong. It's 98 people, so it's a little different. Now, you can't go nowhere. There's cameras everywhere. Everybody, people taking pictures of you and shit. There's no way you can go out to lunch. Even though y'all working, ain't no way you can go out to lunch with a woman that you dated and had an affair with, and your wife knows about it, but you just meet her in public.
Absolutely. And then the way that they had to get the picture was already crazy because they got that shit off a satellite scan. They didn't even get that off of a fucking phone or nothing. They got that shit off of a satellite scan from what was that? A camera on a restaurant or something.
I thought they had somebody hiding in the bushes to get in those pictures. Do we talk about the pictures that the wife was looking at when he was on the phone?
No, I'm talking about the pictures that was in the paper. Remember, him and her was in the paper.
Yeah, that was in the paper. That's how the wife found out.
Yeah, remember, and when he walked in the house after, you know what I'm saying, getting fired, because he also got fired, which is crazy, because how the fuck do you get fired for some shit you didn't do, even though they ain't had no evidence of it? They just definitely wanted to fire him at this point. And that was also crazy too, because it seemed as if like this nigga was like the best lawyer that they had at the time.
Yep.
He was like commanding shit. He was telling people to do this, do that, and then like out of the blue, this nigga just get fired. That was weird.
And then it wasn't even like a suspension type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just to go straight to fire my man over some shit where it's just like it's really like a rumor at this point. But then to know that, and see, and this is the scary shit, is the fact of like when they get their fucking eyes on you, they shut down his credit cards. You know what I'm saying? They put my man in the paper. You know what I'm saying? It's like the one part that kills me is like, so the wife put him out. So he goes try to get the hotel. Both cars get denied. My man calls the ex. Yo, it's like, now, granted, look, maybe he don't have any friends like that. I don't know. But to get kicked out of your house by your wife for meeting with this motherfucker, and then you go right to her after you get denied at a hotel.
But you gotta remember though, because the scene before that nigga lied, man. That nigga said he ain't meet up with Rachel. She ain't had nothing to do with it. He was capping.
And see, that's where like you don't like. It's very tough to mix work and pleasure.
No, it's very tough to mix work with Lisa Bonet. Let's keep it real, man. Let's just talk about it.
Look. In our case, Zoe Kravitz. But
in my case, Lisa Bonet. Right, be mad at that nigga because it was fucking Lisa Bonet, bro. Come on, man. That's the prettiest dead body I've ever seen. I mean, call me crazy, but goddamn.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man. and then to try to set him up that way, that's another thing. You got the cufflinks on the floor in the fucking bathroom, right where she at. You got the shirt in the bedroom. It's like one shoe in the bathroom, one shoe in the like. It's like this shit was so staged. It's like I said, I think they were doing too much.
Now I can see like if they had like the pants in the bathroom, maybe a pair of drawers inside the pants, like you know what I'm saying. He hopped out the, you know what I'm saying, his pants, getting in the shower type shit, or you know what I'm saying, like maybe the cufflinks was left on the dresser, and then like the shirt was left on the floor in front of the dress. Like it was just none of that shit made sense because nobody's taking off cufflinks in the bathroom. I've never
heard them on the floor.
Yeah, like I've never heard of cufflinks in the bathroom. That's wild.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But like, if the government zeroed in on you, you are enemy of the state. These motherfuckers chasing you. It's like dude, that's gotta be. That's a fucked up feeling. Like
Absolutely.
I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, okay, because when he met up, well, he didn't. Well, he tried to not necessarily meet up with Brill, but Brill didn't go to seat 32 or whatever. But he was like, yo, I want to make sure somebody followed you. He's like, yo, I'd be surprised if you make it another day, cause like,
Right
you know
about
what I'm
that shit.
saying? Because then he started telling him to take certain shit off. Told him to take the watch off. Man, my wife gave me this watch. Listen, fuck this watch, man.
He said, I don't care. I'm leaving. Nigga, what?
Yeah, but like
You know you fucked up in the game.
exactly, it's like yo, like, but I'm just thinking like yo, it's to me, it's like the scariest shit ever. Like watching this movie, like once they zero in on him, that shit to me was a horror movie, my guy. Cause it's
Absolutely.
like yo, if they cause that's what's so scary and tricky about the American government. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
ain't trying to get flagged or nothing like that, but it's just the fact of like I feel like if they want to be able to ruin your life, like they can ruin your life at a snap of a finger. That's
Instant.
why I don't. That's why I don't understand like this whole. Now look, I'm not in the political thing. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but like I never understood this whole shit of like, yo, we in trillions of dollars of debt, right? I'm like, okay, how the fuck? Like I said, I'm not the smartest man in the world. How the fuck are we in debt when you can go on the computer and be like, yo, give me $3.5 million? Boom. Good money. Like
Hey
how the
man,
fuck I don't get it, yo. Everything, not everything. Most of the shit is digital now.
literally.
Like people ain't really walking around with cash. Like even banks don't.
Okay, so I see what you're saying, but the difference is with governments is everybody's currency is backed by something, right? It's collateral behind all the currencies. So when they say like you something something in debt, it's some type of collateral behind that, whether it be human labor or gold or uh some type of resource, wood, oil, whatever the case is, it's something back in that, right? Like so Dubai is booming right now, and Dubai is
Mhm.
making all of this money because they got hella oil over there. Meanwhile, the gold rush ended in 1932. We ain't had no gold since, apparently in America. So like there's nothing for us to fucking back the dollar by. And the dollar ain't doing shit right now. In Europe, I don't know what they got in Europe, but something is going on. It might be because they own half of Africa too. So that might be why they shit is popping. But all I know is there's something behind everything. There's some type of collateral behind all the currencies. My thing is, yeah, we are trillions of dollars in debt, which is crazy, by the way, because how the fuck do you amass trillions of dollars of debt? Nigga, it take you at least 5 years to even get $10,000 of debt, depending on what kind of loan you can get. So if they get trillions of dollars of debt, nigga, we are in real trouble. Fuck the NSA and the scanning that they doing, nigga. We need to be figuring out who are the good financial planners on YouTube.
I mean, this is true. This is
Ain't
true. But like for you,
mhm.
if you was put in this position, now I know there's a lot of shit where just like, yo, this was stupid, but you know what I'm saying? You go to a hotel, you know you got money, you're a lawyer. Your car
Mhm.
is fucking denied and shit. You got motherfuckers chasing you. You know what I'm saying? All this type shit. Like that's some scary shit, yo.
Hey man, let me tell you something. This movie could have been a whole hour shorter if he'd just gave them the tape.
But first of all, he didn't know he had to take.
Hey, search the house. First off, I'm a
He
lawyer.
did.
No,
Remember his son ended up taking it when
no,
he went to spend the night with the boy.
I'm not talking about him. Let
Okay.
them let them search the house. You a lawyer. You know your rights. You know what? I give you the right to come in and search my house so you can see that I don't have shit, sir. So you can leave me the fuck alone. Because after he didn't let them search the house, you seen what happened.
True. This is true.
I'm saying, come on, man, what we doing? You're a lawyer. You know your rights. And if that's the case, guess what? You can go sue whoever they are. Boom.
Yeah, for harassment.
Come on, man. Come
This
on,
is
man.
true. He could have made it a whole lot. Yes, he could have made it a whole lot easier for himself. He definitely could have. But I think with the ego,
shorter.
But I think with the ego of being a lawyer and actually, quote unquote, knowing your rights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would understand. But then at the same time, let's be real. He is a black man. We don't necessarily know what you're looking for. I could plant some shit in here. Next thing you know, I'm getting locked up over some shit that ain't even fucking mine.
As a lawyer, I'm not worried about none of that. I'm a look.
Okay.
First off, you're not just any lawyer. You're a lawyer in DC. So it's you are literally, nigga, in the land of law. So anything that you know as a lawyer in DC, I mean, come on, bro. He got connections that motherfuckers don't got.
At the same time, you got the mob trying to kill your ass too.
Guess what? I'm on trial right now against the government. Let the mob do whatever they want. They'll be on trial soon too. What are we talking about? Like, come on, man. Use it to your advantage. This nigga, listen, he's so smart, he's stupid.
What? Remember, Brill said that to him. He was like, "Yo, I don't know if you really smart or if you really stupid." Like,
man,
even he said that to him twice. Well, the second time he kind of said it when when he got Thomas Reynolds and his whole crew to go in to talk to the mob dude, and they're talking about two different tapes. Like that was pretty smart to to do it that way.
To me, that was the best part of the movie. That really showed his intelligence throughout the movie. Because this whole movie, he's just dumb as fuck.
He's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, first and foremost, you got all these people following you. You didn't think and this is even the more crazier part. You dealing with the mob, you dealing with unions and all this other shit. Now, dealing with the mob, you know that the mob has been bugged and all this other shit, right? You didn't think that they would bug you if they could catch you everywhere you going? And this nigga supposed to went to Georgetown? Come on, man. Georgetown do better.
No. The whole fact of when Brill went into the store and this dumb dude picks up the fucking phone, calls his wife's office, and he thinks just because he was on a payphone and that he didn't necessarily talk to his wife, he talks to the wife's friend, that they wasn't gonna track that whole fucking shit down. And what was dope about what ended up happening later was when Brill had ended up pulling into his little hideout thing that he had. They go in there and he was like, "Yo, I've been working down here for 15 years or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying, off the map, all of this type shit." So, this is after the scene where he was smart enough to go hide out in the fucking garage joint, was able to pass the message on to his wife. And then my whole thing is the wife is at home mad at him. Okay. Mad at him because, the whole meeting up with Rachel and all this type shit. He cheated on her 4 years prior and all of this. She stuck around. She goes through his shit and sees that he bought her lingerie and she's walking around not even midday, early in the morning with fucking lingerie on when ain't nobody there but you and the housekeeper.
Hey man, let me tell you something. I'd have got caught that day.
Like, what? Okay, move along. So he's finally able. Yeah,
I got caught that day.
All you had to do was fuck in the garage.
Did you see that? That's what I'm saying. I'd have got caught. Did you see? Was open the rope, man? I was like, God, boy, hey, Regina King, hey man, sister. Woo, that's one.
Regina King still got it. Okay.
Absolutely.
But so my man, gets the housekeeper lady You know what I'm saying? To ride down the road, pick up the kids. Yo, be honest with me. Did you take something out of the bag? Yeah, it's busted up. It don't even work anyway. So he gets it. So he gives Brill the tape. Well, the Game Boy. He takes the file out, put it in there, and then see. This is why these motherfuckers running your life, because you actually got a murder on camera and all this type of shit. These motherfuckers from the NSA shows up, and so they sit there. They, he put the timer to blow all this shit up so they don't see it or whatever. They pull it off. Building blows up. My man say, "Yo, why did you blow it up? Because you made a phone call."
After I told you not to make a phone call, this nigga say it was on a payphone. Nigga, they showing up there everywhere you at. You think they can't check a fucking payphone at this point? They got this motherfucking futuristic technology that didn't come out till 2010.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
he has to be the dumbest lawyer I've ever known.
It just wasn't smart. I mean, I like how they threw a little comedic thing in there real quick, but that was so stupid. It was stupid.
Speaking of, another thing that happened in the movie.
Okay.
Gene Hackman is driving, right?
Yep.
He gives Will Smith a shotgun. Will Smith, I don't know if he ever shot a gun or anything in his life, but apparently he has, because he said it's pump action. So then he cocks it. In the midst of them getting chased, the car catches on fire. I don't know how the car start catching on fire, because it wasn't too much damage to it, but the car just started catching on fire out of nowhere, which was wild to begin with, because that's the first thing I asked: how the car start catching on fire. Second, this nigga reaches over while Gene Hackman is driving. The pump action shotgun is in front of Gene Hackman's face. He shoots it. And throws the other car off balance. Meanwhile, Gene Hackman is driving like nothing happened, sir. The 12-gauge shotgun just went off in front of your face, and shit is good. Ain't nobody gonna address that. Nobody even thought, like, man, if they see this in real life, man, this might be crazy. No, what are we talking about? Seriously,
man, it's Gene Hackman, man. He don't fold under pressure.
Man, fuck out of here. Gene Hackman. You know that nigga was Lex Luthor and all that other shit, but that shit didn't carry over to this movie. If he'd have shot that fucking 12-gauge pump action sawed-off shotgun in that man's face while he was driving, it'd have been 2 cars crashed, okay? Because there's no fucking way a shotgun gets shot in front of your, like, literally, like, that close, like goggles. Come on, man. Shotgun goggles, okay? And nothing.
Like goggles. Hey, man, boy, you stupid.
Come on, bro. Bullshit.
Okay.
Man. And then he got on fire, which was wild.
Yo.
So, man, come on, real quick before we end this, because we got to scan through this, because the rest of this shit just gets worse and worse. Okay. Pretty much. It's a whole setup. You know what I'm saying? They go into the what was it? The Patino.
I don't remember what it was called.
They went into the mafia dudes. What's your name? Set them up. Yep, they went to the back of the restaurant, set them up. So now the NSA is shooting the mob. The mob is shooting the NSA. He get, you know what I'm saying? Robert get cleared. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying? Gene Hackman, he got on the fucking cop suit. So the FBI was watching the mob play. So now they think that they got a fucking cop in hostage negotiations. Gene Hackman walks the fuck off. End of the movie. Mm-hmm. Robert is flipping through the channels. Okay?
Yep.
He finally gets to the channel to where the screen is on him. Now, I'm going to tell you what pissed me off about this whole movie, because everything was cool. I got it. I understood it. But this one part, bro, this one part actually determined my fire flames. The screen is pointed at him, just like the screen is pointed at me. When he looks at the screen, he sees himself. Mm-hmm. You know what this rat bastard did?
He looked up. The camera is like the same way we looking right now. If y'all are watching us on video, this is what he's seeing.
And he does
But he's
this.
he's looking up. I'm like, yo.
Fam.
No, did you see the CGI on Gene Hackman's legs though?
Bro. Come on, man. He's talking about you gotta shade them. No, nigga, you gonna have to figure out where the camera is because you're looking at the fucking smoke detector and the fucking camera is looking at you eye to eye. What the fuck are we? Come on, man. Really? So let's get into it. Because this is what really pissed me off and made me think about this. Okay. Will Smith. Oh, I'm about to get killed for this. Will Smith may be an overrated actor, bro.
Okay.
And I mean I don't mean like kind of overrated. I mean like an overrated actor, bro. Because that right there lets me know he was not ready for none of this shit. Why would you look up if the camera is pointing directly at you? Like, what are we talking about? That's like the look. You see me looking at the camera, right?
Yeah.
And I do like this. No, bro. That shit was fucking stupid, man. So listen. So I when I seen this, y'all, I said, man, you know what? Maybe Will Smith ain't that great of an actor. And then I go down these just thinking about all the movies I seen Will Smith in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it all started when he became this like blockbuster superstar with Independence Day. I remember that specifically.
So we skipping over Bad Boys in '95.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying, to me, Bad Boys is where he becomes a star. Independence Day is where he, to me, becomes superstar.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, you're right.
Now, Bad Boys, he did a great job in Bad Boys. However, let's talk about it. Really didn't do nothing in Bad Boys. Martin Lawrence kind of carried that first Bad Boys, if you think about it.
I mean, if you did without us deep diving in it, yeah, a lot of Martin's one-liners was, I mean, even the way the movie started, you know what I'm saying? When the all-time scenes, we in the car.
No, I'll tell you. When you think of Mike Lowrey in the first Bad Boys, who do you think of?
I mean, you think of Martin. You think of Marcus Barnett because this is true. But when he was in the car and he spilled the fries, and he was like, he said, "Yo, where's your cup holder?" He's like, "I ain't got one." He's like, "Man, what you mean you ain't got one?" He said, "Man, this is a such limited edition. Like, you damn right it's limited. No back seat, no cup holder." He's like, this is like a shiny dick, and we the two balls in this motherfucker. Like Martin had like all the one-liners in here.
That's what I'm saying. As an avid movie watcher, you're going to pick that part out, right? Because you know how movies go. You know, front to back, back to front, right? Just think of a regular movie watcher watching that movie. They're talking about Mike Lowrey. They're thinking of Martin Lawrence. Now, see, you can pick stuff out because you got that. This is your thing. Movies is your thing, so you got that. We talking about just an average movie goer. When they see that, Mike Lowrey, they thinking of Bad Boys 1, Martin Lawrence, right? So let's etch that off the list.
Okay.
Now, Fresh Prince. Let's go even further back. Was he really that good in Fresh Prince, bro? Or was it Dr. Phil? Was it Uncle Phil Carlton kind of carrying that?
I think the show was written really well.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that he was raw.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the stories from the first Aunt Viv, the black Aunt Viv was like, she felt like, where she came from doing theater and all that type of shit. He's an unproven actor at this point. And she said he was kind of a diva. So it's like to the point where she had to leave the show. So he was super raw.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is very true. But and even the Independence Day, he wasn't the main character. He just stood off the screen.
Did he?
I think so. I do believe that the performance that he gave, even though it wasn't much, you know what it is? Now that I'm thinking about it, him in Independence Day was Heath Ledger in the Joker. Not Joker. The Dark Knight.
I disagree.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when they looked at it, I think Heath Ledger was really only in the movie for like, I think it was like 32 minutes or some shit like that.
Will Smith was in Independence Day way less than that.
But his impact was strong. If Will Smith was not in that movie, Independence Day would not be what it is today, in my opinion.
I don't believe that. I don't
see. I do.
I don't believe.
I do.
I don't believe it.
Yo,
the reason I say it is because the fact that he had so little on-screen time, and really he wasn't even the comic relief in the movie. He was really supposed to be like the straight guy. Not only that, he was like the kind of like action guy.
Man, you crazy.
Okay.
Yo, when my man was in the desert, and when he crash landed, and that fucking his parachute was stuck.
Let me ask you, what scene was that though? When was that scene?
That was in the middle.
In the middle. And then when did you see him after that?
Toward the end, so after that, yeah. He still stopped the screen though. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to disagree on this one because I'm telling you, but when he said he was walking through the desert, he was like, "This is not how I see my weekend." And he was like, "What the fuck is that smell?" And he started kicking him. And then he was like, "Man, you got me walking through the desert with your dreadlocks hanging out the back of my shoe." Yo, that's all fucking time. Okay, but all right. So next, Men in Black, trash.
Absolutely trash. However, it was a hit in '97, right?
Yes.
Tommy Lee Jones stole the show.
I'm with that. Hey, I'm a huge Tommy Lee Jones fan.
Absolutely. I'm with you though. Tommy Lee Jones stole the show, right? So the next one will be Enemy of the State, which is what we're talking about now, right? After that, Wild Wild West. Horrible. But guess who stole the show?
Salma Hayek.
That's all I'm saying. And then what's his name? The white dude after that. Because
Colin Klein and something, Kevin Klein, something like that.
No, it was fuck. Hold on, I'm about to look it up now.
Kevin Klein.
Yep, Kevin Klein, right? Kevin Klein, Kenneth Branagh or whatever, who was the bad guy, and then Salma Hayek. Them three also could have made that movie. I think anybody could have stepped in Will Smith's place.
Damn, I forgot what that movie that he turned down to do Wild Wild West. There was some kind of movie that ended up being really big that year that he turned down because he chose to do Wild Wild West. I can't remember what it was though.
Fuck, who was that, man? I know exactly what you're talking about too, because they was talking about it in the interview. But
damn, I can't remember. But okay, the Legend of
is where he. Oh, I forgot about the Legend of Bagger Vance. That was
I didn't like it though.
Right there, right?
Yeah, but fuck it.
We gonna skirt past that because who else was in that? Let's get to that. Boom. Matt fucking Damon, Charlize Theron, and a host of other motherfuckers is in this shit. So let's move past that because the Legend of Bagger Vance, one, he's supposed to be like a fucking ghost or something. Or it was
like a ghost from the past or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. So he was helping the white man play golf or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Ali is where he is the one. Ali is the one.
Ali's the one.
He was Muhammad Ali. Now that one I will give him. He showed his ass on that, right?
Yes.
Then we get Men in Black
Bad
2.
Boy. Oh well, yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Did we skip a Bad Boys?
No. You're right. We get Man in Black too.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just never was a huge Man in Black person.
I'm with you. Because this was the one that was on him. Because I think this was the one where he went back in time or something with one of them, or he was, regardless of the fact, no, he was bringing Jay back. No, he's bringing K back. That's the name, K.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to remember was no, the third one was because yeah, the third one was when he saw the younger version of Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah.
And then the second one, he was trying to get K back into the Men in Black. Okay.
Yes.
2003, Bad Boys 2. Right?
Right.
That's where he kind of shined in Bad Boys for me.
Okay.
But he was opposite Gabriel Union. So I kind of think that kind of helped him, right?
Okay.
2004, iRobot. Now that one I give him credit for.
I fuck with iRobot.
So we got two of them. 2005, we got Hitch. Hitch was good, but rom-com type shit. Nah, I really wasn't. I ain't really like him in Hitch.
I didn't either.
What it was, but he was good in Hitch. I will give him that. I'm not gonna knock that. So we at 3 right now. Pursuit of Happiness. Boom. That's his that's Ali again.
Yep.
That's his Ali again, right?
Yep.
Then he goes to I Am Legend, which that's kind of a quarter toss. 50-50 on that one. People on the fence about that one. I thought I Am Legend was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to Hancock. I hate Hancock. This is the worst.
I know you do.
This shit is so trash. But people love Hancock for some reason. It's a cult following. But it wasn't what it was supposed to be. Then you got 7 pounds.
I fuck with 7 pounds.
Okay. I cut 7 pounds off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched about 15 minutes of it. I'm out of there. It wasn't for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Men in Black 3 comes out. At this point in time, that shit don't matter because what's his name that played Thanos was
Josh Brolin.
Yep, Josh Brolin. Okay. Then we got After Earth. He had a small stint in Anchorman 2. I don't even know what the fuck Winter's Tale is.
I don't either.
Yeah. He kind of came back in focus, but I felt like it was what's her name?
I think it was the Margot Robbie show.
Yep, Margot Robbie. Yep.
Robbie, my bad.
No, you good. She took that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Concussion. Oh man, horrible. Horrible. What? Trash accent, all that shit. Trash movie. Suicide Squad. Now, Suicide Squad to me is one of the better DCU movies, but I wasn't really feeling him as Deadshot. I don't know what Collateral Beauty is, so I mean, let's just I ain't got nothing for that. Right. Netflix movie. He really wasn't even a star of that. Aladdin comes out, right?
I ain't seen it.
Aladdin was good, but him as the genie, nah, because Robin Williams stole that. Then he got Gemini Man. No.
Gemini Man.
No.
Was alright, but you know what I'm saying. But I fuck with Mary Elizabeth Winstead though.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about just him in it though, like him and Gemini Man, where he fighting his younger self. Like, come on, bro, no. Like young Will Smith would be old Will Smith to fuck up. Spies in Disguise. He played the voice of the super spy dude. Anyway, Bad Boys for Life. They centered the movie around him. This was his story, and even still, he really wasn't the key figure in this one. And then you got King Richard about Richard Williams, Serena and Venus. That didn't get good reviews. Emancipation came out on Apple. Never watched it. You watched that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was his last movie. So what I'm saying is this. I think I could die on this hill, man. This nigga's overrated. I don't think this nigga is really blockbuster.
If it depends on if we are when you look at the main people, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about the Denzel Washingtons, the Sam L, the Morgan Freemans, the Robert De Niro's, you know what I'm saying, the Al Pacinos, like when you really get to looking at it, I don't put him with them.
No, not at all. No,
I don't even like I put Leo up there. I don't even put him with Leo.
No, he ain't nowhere near.
I think Will's career. I think we similar in the same spot. I think I would give him just a little bit. I feel like I'm giving him a little bit more credit than you are.
Yeah.
Some of the decisions that he have made were not good because I think he was chasing it. But as far as if we're doing tiers, he's not in that top tier. I don't think he's in the. He possibly could be in like that third tier because I don't even put him with like Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I was about to say he probably in C. He's probably a C for sure.
Like I don't even think I will put him with
Would you put him with
Do you okay? What about Wesley? Wesley Snipes.
Wesley to me is.
Do you think they kind of even?
Yeah, Wesley is C. Wesley is C.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is D to me.
Okay. Now, personally,
like as far as I'm speaking of. Let me clarify. I'm speaking of overall, all around. Now, if we talking about comedy, then Ryan Reynolds goes higher. But if we just talk about all around, I'm putting Ryan Reynolds at like a C.
So about the same as Will.
I mean, no, I'm sorry, a D. I said D.
I don't know, man. If I really think about it, I think I might fuck with more movies than Ryan Reynolds in them than Will.
Yeah, he got more hits, but I'm only giving that to recency bias, so that's why I'm putting Ryan Reynolds at a D. Now, Tom Cruise, where do you put him at? You think they on the same level?
That's the thing. Tom Cruise catalog is crazy.
It is.
But movies that I actually like really fuck with. But see, that's the thing. Like, I don't fuck with like Risky Business. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I'm saying like you gotta think about it. He got like Vanilla Skies. He got Eyes Wide Shut.
He got all the Mission Impossibles. He got
a classic with
Days of Thunder, the two Top Gun movies.
I don't count Days of Thunder as no real.
Man, look, we ain't doing that today, man. We ain't doing that today.
Okay. I'm saying. Days of Thunder, no. Top Gun, yes. Top Gun for sure. But Days of Thunder, only reason I say no is because nobody I've heard really fucks with Days of Thunder like that. Like, it's not one of them things that you gonna see on TV like that. You gonna see Top Gun for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, even like something like Jerry Maguire, you know what I mean? Like, so I think I would. I think I would put him above him, and I tell you somebody else. Well, I don't think that he's. I think Jamie Foxx surpassed him.
Absolutely, Jamie Foxx is a solid B.
So I'm not mad at your argument.
Whoa. I take that back. Let me think about that because I don't want to say that too fast. Jamie Foxx may be a C because he has Ray.
But it depends on you though, because think about it. Some people don't know about bait.
They don't.
Bait was a good fucking movie.
Okay, so to me, I feel like Bait is like Bait, Enemy of the State, them kind of the same things. And then you got I'm trying to think what's another one that Jamie Foxx got. What's the one where he was in the Held Up, right?
Held Up, Booty Call.
I feel like Held Up could be like a 7 pounds, maybe. Nah, that's crazy. Held Up could be like a Wild Wild West.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's a good comparison.
You got Ali and you got Ray. You know what I'm saying?
And he was in Ray. He was in Ali.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like they could both be at that C level, kind of.
I don't know, man. Because if I'm really thinking about Jamie, like any given Sunday,
he wasn't really the star.
He wasn't a star in.
No, I'm saying he wasn't the star. Because this is what I'm saying, right? Like for me, I feel like when you got the A-list guys, right? The A-list guys have either a consistent run or they have a franchise behind them. And that's why, to me, Tom Cruise, that's the only reason I could push Tom Cruise into the A, because I really feel like Tom Cruise is a B, but I could push Tom Cruise into the A because he got the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because like when I'm really looking at it, like,
because to me, Men in Black, that's a cool franchise, but to me, like, if Tommy Lee Jones ain't in it, it don't hit the same, bro.
This is true. I mean, you're right, because once I get to looking at it, like a lot of this shit, he's not like the main. Like Baby Driver, he wasn't the main guy. Right. Just Mercy, he wasn't the main guy. Right. Spider-Man No Man Home, he wasn't the main guy. Sleepless was good though. That's a movie that people sleep on. It's Sleepless. Sleepless was alright.
Sleepless was good.
But yeah, because once you look at it, like,
for Will, do you think that he can carry a Bad Boys movie by himself without Martin?
No.
Do you feel like Martin can carry it without him though?
I'm gonna say no. I think they mesh well together in that movie franchise. They mesh well together. I think they bounce off of each other really well.
Right. They both kind of equally got that Bad Boys franchise. You feel me? Like,
yes.
Like this. Like if Martin was to like fade off and something would happen to him, God forbid, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Will Smith being in the Bad Boys movie would be right. The same way that, like, when Paul Walker died, rest in peace, Vin Diesel and the rest of the cast was still able to carry on Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel being at the helm. I don't feel like Will Smith is at the helm of Bad Boys. Like because they working on the new one now. If the new Bad Boys come out and Martin Lawrence ain't got really a lot to do with it, I don't think it's gonna do as well.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I honestly think this is a hill I'm gonna die on, man. I think Will Smith is overrated.
I'm not too far behind you.
I'm just saying, man. So let's go ahead and get into the Fire Flames.
Let's do it.
Yoga Fire. Yoga Flame.
All right, bro. What you got for this one,
man? Like we mentioned earlier, the cast is fire. There's a lot of people before they like blew up was in this movie. So the cast, they did a pretty good job. I think Gene Hackman's one of those guys that's in the class of what, at least when they started, like Jack Nicholson and Gene Hackman. Like we don't mention Gene Hackman's name really.
Yeah, he's a B to me because he got a catalog like a mother.
Yeah, he got a catalog like crazy. He's a really, really good actor.
Yeah.
But he's just one of the people, for some odd reason, his name just, you know what I'm saying, slips to mind. But the cast was pretty good. The story, like we said earlier, some of the stuff was a little OD. It was like what are y'all really doing? Why are you see a crime scene going down, you're gonna go change the tape? and some of the technology might have been a little questionable, but once I really, really thought about it and looked at it, I'm just gonna give it a 3, man. Um, it was better. Put it this way, and I'm done. This movie did not age well.
Right.
It did not age well at all. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Cool. So to me, man, I feel like the cast was amazing, first and foremost, because looking back now on all the people that was in this movie and then seeing where their careers have grown to this point, this was a hell of a cast. This could damn near be an all-star cast, honestly. The writing to me was it was iffy. It was super iffy. The acting was okay, but was it's a quarter flip for me as far as the acting goes. With Will Smith being at the helm of this, I think that it was good, but it wasn't like I understand why Enemy of the State doesn't get the recognition it deserves, right? Because it's really a good movie, especially like you said, with the message and everything that it conveys and everything that it's trying to talk about. I understand that, but because of Will Smith being at the helm of this, I think that it didn't do what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you had a guy like maybe Wesley Snipes to do something like this, somebody who had like an action background, it probably would have made it better to make it an action movie instead of a, I guess, a suspense type movie, maybe. But for that though, I gotta go 2.5. I'm sorry. It's just it was too much of this shit that I was watching where I was just I ain't gonna lie, man. The shotgun in front of the face shooting the truck was ridiculous. I'm like, come on, bro. So I that's just something I couldn't fuck with, man. That really fucked everything up for me. And in the ending, when this nigga was looking up, even though the camera was directly pointed at him, I don't know, man. It was just too much shit that I was just watching and looking at. Like this shit is ridiculous. So I'm going 2.5.
Okay.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and move on to coming soon.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we have next, man, we're bringing you something straight from Apple TV, starring, what is his name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I keep wanting to say Hiddleston, but that's Loki. Tom Holland, Amanda Seyfried, in a new, pretty much a newer cast, because I don't know anybody else in the cast, or they're not familiar to me.
Yeah, me same here.
Okay, so yeah, but Amanda Seyfried, Tom Holland. This is an amazing show. If you have Apple TV, definitely check this out before the episode comes out. It's called The Crowded Room. You got the background on it, so you can kind of give us some synopsis when we do the episode next. But man, when I tell you like twists and turns, this is one of those ones where don't look on your phone, don't pick nothing up, don't get up to go get something real quick. If you do, pause it, because if you miss anything in this show, you may be confused for the rest of the season. I mean, it's that good.
It is that good, man, and you really got to be focused. And it was just very it was a show that was okay. I don't want to get too deep because it's so much information. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? It's hard to go, with a synopsis. But I would just say that, and I didn't know that it had anything to do with him. I don't know if it's like a story and they just kind of moved it because it's similar to what they said it's based off of Billy Mulligan.
Yeah.
But he was in Cleveland, so I think they just kind of added the whole New York thing to it. Yeah. But he was found not guilty from reasons of insanity because he had these different personalities and all this type shit. Mm-hmm. But it's a very
this shit ain't even this shit is they could possibly do a season 2 on this.
Yeah, I mean, because this is based off of a book.
That's what I'm saying. it could possibly be a season 2 on it. Like they could possibly do the season 2 on the trial alone.
Yeah. And it's
Man.
probably something that they would do because the way that it ended,
Yeah,
they left it open.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm excited about this one. I tried to tell you, man. I told you. I was like, yo, you need to watch the Crowded Room.
Listen, man. If y'all need movie recommendations, hit S dot up, man. There's TV recommendations, documentaries, whatever. Hit him up, man. Because this guy got it. He got the eye for it, man. Listen, if you guys like Enemy of the State, if you think Will Smith is overrated, if you don't think Will Smith is overrated, hit us up on Instagram and Twitter, all the socials. Let us know. At View and iPod, on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. Don't forget we have a community on Twitter where you can chat with us about movies and TV or just the happenings in Hollywood. And then also, if you're following the podcast, make sure that you subscribe. We got new episodes dropping next week, so make sure you get in there. It's only $2.99 a month, and you can get extra episodes on top of the ones that we already provide every week. And if you like to follow me, you can follow me at Scoots Bronson. I have a link to in my bio. You can find me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram and on Twitter at 28 minutes or less pod. That's just on IG. Follow the podcast, 28 minutes or less, on all major platforms. And the new episode is out, which is 129. It's the Lincoln Lawyer Season 2, Part 1. They only gave us 5 episodes on Netflix, so they're gonna give us the next 5. I think August the 3rd.
Okay, I thought it was toward the end of the month.
It's August the 3rd. So that's when they're gonna do the second part where they're gonna drop. I'm assuming the last 5 episodes. But I fuck with the show, man. The only reason I started watching it in the first place because I thought the movie was good with Matthew McConaughey in it. This shit is wild. This dude's whole life is a conflict of interest. My man is his wife, well, his first wife, which is his baby mama, is on the other side of the law. Then my man, second wife, is actually his paralegal, and now the paralegal is about to marry his dude that is like his investigator guy. Then he starts fucking fucking this lady that works at that owns this restaurant, and now this bitch is on trial for murder, and now he's this show is wild. I'll just put it there. Yeah, this is wild. This is a wild show.
You should have never got married.
But if y'all fuck with the Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix, I got a new episode out on that. So check it out on all major platforms.
Yes, indeed, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. It's always greatly appreciated, the support that you guys give us. But until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.